my screen. So welcome to the trial review for the December trial. So we've got just a few of us on live and then hopefully you're all catching up on the recording. So I'm going to, I've spoiled the surprise for the December offers. Quick, get off that screen. But it's been really lovely reading some of your comments throughout this trial. So thank you so much for everyone who's shared. And I actually am just going to invite Wendy actually, if you wouldn't mind just sharing what your best experience was so far with the pain trial, please.
Well, the plantar fasciitis has almost gone completely now. So the roller that I was using for that has been brilliant, and I've been using the Copaiba as well. I've been taking that internally morning and evening, and just applying the cream on the areas where I've had some other pain due to costochondritis and also inflammation in my joints, arthritis, things like that. So just keep using the rub with the peppermint on top, as well as the Copaiba. Sorry, so the rub first, then the Copaiba, then the peppermint on top. So brilliant. Yeah, I've really enjoyed using the products as well. Really good.
And so you've had some good relief for the other parts as well, or just the plantar fasciitis?
I think mainly the plantar. I did feel that I was getting some benefit early on, but the condition I've got is a little bit complicated because it's sort of up and down. It gets worse and then it gets a bit better. So it's difficult to tell really. Yeah. But early on, I definitely felt an improvement using the creams and the Copaiba and the peppermint. But it has got a little bit worse, so it's just very up and down at the moment.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Then I'm glad you had some. So that's when we do get some improvement, and I think it's key for some people, anyone who hasn't quite had the results that they wanted to have, is that we can then tweak. So that's where it's so important to feed that back, because we can say, okay, well, let's increase the drops or increase the frequency, or as Jenny's done with you, Wendy, maybe try a different oil for something so it's a little bit more targeted. So while we have started with a set collection of oils for each one, they are absolutely by no means the only oils for pain or the only oils for sleep. There's so many that can be used for all of these different areas. So please don't feel that if any of you have not had the results that you wanted to have, that's it. It doesn't work. It's all the end, and you just have to carry on the way you are. So there's so many different things that we can do. So please do feedback. And don't feel bad to tell us, actually, I didn't feel anything. Can you hit me again? So yeah, that's what we're here for as well. So, but thank you very much for sharing that, Wendy. That's really, really lovely. This was some of the feedback from actually the previous trial. So as I mentioned, this is a smaller trial than others that we've had. So I wanted to share some of the results and the feedback we've had from a previous trial. So that you got maybe a little bit more in-depth information. So some of them were working on, Copaiba, so they had it for sleep, and then some of them were using it for stress. We have huge results actually for stress. I think someone actually mentioned, I think it should have been on the trial for stress is what they learned. So you can see that the results have been really, really helpful. And one of my favorite things during this trial is being able to see how surprised people are actually at the impact that it's having. So the deep blue rub you can see here, some people are able to go without painkillers for much, much longer or completely, when they would have been relying on them really heavily. Sleeping way more in the night. So Serenity soft gels are an absolute godsend. They're incredible. Balance and Wild Orange, two of my favorite ones. My children know it's my mummy don't lose it combination, Balance and Wild Orange. And so you can see I love seeing this impact for various people. So it's been really nice to read some of the comments from this trial as well. So here are the results that we've had. That actually the vast majority of those who responded to the post-trial questionnaire, so if you haven't already done that, please do, because it means we're building up in larger and larger numbers of results, so we get a better trial sample. Reported that they were happy with the results they experienced with the trial, so that's been really, really positive. So thank you very much for everyone who did that. Now, when you do this trial, and when we give you a sample what we realize is that this is like giving you a fish or giving you oils for that week. And that's not the aim. The aim is to find a way for you to be able to deal with this yourself. So teach you to fish, teach you to use the oils yourselves. And that's really what this week has been about, is teaching you to be able to use this for a lifetime so that you can resolve these issues long term. And it's a real privilege for us to be able to do that. Now, there's one thing that we don't integrate into the trial, but that is relevant to every single one of the trials that have run. The reason why we don't integrate it is purely from a cost perspective, because it would just be too much, and so we prefer to be able to keep the costs down. But this is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. This is the trio of supplements that doTERRA have created. And the real key with these supplements is that they are bioavailable. So this is the buzzword here. It's bioavailable, meaning that your body recognizes it as food. So it means it can absorb it as food, because that's what we're designed to absorb, is food. And so this trio is, you can see from the list of things that it affects every single body system. And one of my friends calls it her life upgrade. And I really love, that's exactly what this is doing. It's flooding your body with nutrients every day, so that you're getting those key elements, those key vitamins and minerals. So the first part of Microplex VMZ is those key multivitamins and minerals, so that you're getting all of those things like vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin C, calcium, magnesium, all of these key things, so that our body has what it needs to be able to thrive. And then you've got the Alpha CRS. This is the superfood complex. So this is, I like to think of it as the food for the internal parts of our cells. So we're then giving it superfood so that it can absorb those free radicals, other superfoods, so that it can create more mitochondria, so we can have more energy. It's creating that cellular energy so that we have more energy all round, but also so that we have the ability to thrive for longer. So that longevity element is really, really key as well. Then we've got our Z omega, which is our omega fatty acids complex. So the right balance of omegas 3, 6s, and 9s, along with 9 essential oils. So it's part of a little soft gel. And the key thing with these essential oils is that they are supporting our minds, our immunity, our joints. Every single aspect of our body is being supported by these essential oils, but they're also preserving the quality and the elements in the fish oils that also support our immunity, our brain function, and our joints. So it's kind of that double benefit of the essential oils with the fish oils. So this has been an amazing one. This is one that I've taken now for quite a long time with varying consistency. And I think the last 6 months has been my most consistent. I've now got a box, so I don't have to keep finding my 3 bottles. And I absolutely swear by it. One of the key things it's done for me is I have polycystic ovaries. So I've always been really irregular. And so, when we were trying to have our first child, it was quite a challenge. And it took us quite a long time. Now, fast forward then 5 years later, actually 4 years later, because it was 5 years between them, with our third. So at this point, I'm taking all the vitamins. I've been taking them for about 2 years at that point, and I fell pregnant first time. Now, this is not obviously what I'm saying, if you take this, you'll fall pregnant first time. But for me, this was a real testimony, again, that apart from the fact that I'm regular for the first time in my life, my fertility was massively affected. And I know that one of the key elements in this is balancing our hormones, balancing our body systems. So if you have something that's affecting you long term, which most of you, if you're on this trial, you do, which is why you've chosen to take part in this trial, I would massively recommend giving this a go. Now, you have very little to lose. I would say nothing, because if you're dealing with something long term, your quality of life is affected. If you try this and nothing changes and you don't feel any different at all, then you can say, I haven't felt anything. Can you please give me my money back? If you do feel different and you do feel better, brilliant. You've totally won. And you don't get your money back, of course, but you've got the life upgrade. You've got that benefit. So I would definitely recommend giving the Lifelong Vitality Pack a go. Now, with your with your oils or any of your other products, there's 3 ways for you to get them. The first way is retail, which is the most expensive way, so we don't really recommend it. So we're just going to skip over that one. But it is available if anyone's desperate to get retail. I don't know why, but it's up to you. And the second way is wholesale. So this is getting a £24 membership. So this gives you a customer account, and it allows you to get everything at 25% below retail. So it's a much better way to get your oils, which is why I don't recommend retail at all. The third way, and my favorite way, is the below wholesale option. So this comes with one of their starter kits. So doTERRA have put together various starter kits. So they're bundling things together so that people who maybe don't really know where to start can say, well, this will allow me to cover this, all these different things they have going on with them and their families, or their loved ones. And so I really love these kits. So the main kits that we use, I'm going to share with you in a moment. But the really important as well is that you've had lots of support and education this week, and that doesn't stop. The formats changes a little bit. So we're not like, daily tasks all the time forever, which you'll be relieved to hear. But the community aspect and the support aspect does continue. The education does continue, and we have various platforms. One of them is on Facebook in My Oil Community. There's also My Oil Camp, which I would definitely recommend. Once you've got your oils, go on My Oil Camp. And it allows you to really build your confidence. For some of you, this is a brand new way to look after your health. So we want to really support you in having the greatest impact possible. And that's one of our roles as well. There's some brilliant reference guides that are really, really helpful as well in building your independence. So our aim is to make you confident and independent to go and use these oils for everything that you need them for, so they can really start serving you in your homes. The other thing that we give to you for free, so it's a paid app called Droply, but we give you that for free. It's a reference app, so you can look up ailments, find recipes, look up oils, how can I use this oil, and various things. And it's a really, really lovely way to be able to get more confident, as well as your wellness consultation. So you'll get a wellness consultation with your trial leader. So there's a lot of support available. Now, if you would prefer to just continue with the key oils and products you use this week, then that's an option. You can do that. I would recommend, again, the wholesale option. You'll see that the price is very, very similar. I think in one case, it's a little bit high. Yeah, one case is £1 higher, and one of them 70p higher. So, but I would still recommend getting that price, because that means every time you reorder, you'll get that cheaper price. So the digestion kit, as you can see, that's just those 3 items that you had this week, and so on. Now, this is not my favorite option, but it is available if you would like it. My favorite option is this one, or another one. There's another one coming. This is the Home Essentials kit. This is one of my favorite kits because of the variety it provides and the quantity. So you get 10 core oils in this kit, which means you are equipped to deal with 90% of issues that come your way. So when you look something up on your reference app or your reference book, one of these oils is going to come up most of the time. And so whether it's sleep, for example, then you've got your lavender in there. Your frankincense, you may remember from the launch video, covers everything. It would cost us quite a lot if we used it for everything, but it does cover everything. So we're really wanting to have that frankincense in our hands, which is one of the reasons why I love this kit so much. So for your sleep, you've got your lavender and your frankincense. For pain, you've got your deep blue, your lavender, your peppermint, and your frankincense. So obviously the ones you're familiar with are the deep blue and the peppermint. For stress and emotions, you've got your lavender, your frankincense, and your lemon, which works similarly to the wild orange. And for your, I've totally just gone blank on the other one, the digestion one, that's the one I was thinking of. The digestion one is you've got your Zengest and your peppermint and your lemon oils. So you can see there's really something from everything. So if you've looked at some of the other trials and thought, oh, I'd really like to have some of what they have, this is a great place. So with this kit, you get 10, 15 ml bottles that you can see here. You also get the diffuser, and your wholesale account is included. So your customer account is included, so you don't pay anything extra on top. This second one is the same set of 10 oils, but these are 5 ml bottles. So you're getting about 85 drops and in this one you're getting about 250. You can see in terms of cost value, this is about twice the cost for about 3 times as much oil. So this is much better value, but you are getting the same variety. So it's up to your individual needs and budget and what that allows. It's a really lovely kit as well. Again, this also includes your customer account, so you don't need to pay anything extra on top of that. This one is probably more orientated towards the stress and emotions trial because it has your balance and your wild orange in there. You do get some fractionated coconut oil and your diffuser in there as well. So this is a really lovely kit. My one bugaboo about this one is that I would like it to have frankincense, because I believe that frankincense is a really valuable oil. It's a very expensive oil, so I don't like to have people then buy it individually. So if you can get it as part of your kit, or even better, free, which you can get this month, then that's a really, really good thing to have. So this is the kind of overview of all of this. My recommendation would be is choose one of these core kits and then choose your add-ons. So if you were on the digestion trial, for example, you might say, right, I'm going to have the Family Essentials kit, the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and the Terrazyme. And that would be, you'd be able to get started with everything you use this week and have options for anything that comes up whenever you need it. So you can see hopefully how this kind of menu works so that you can pick out the things that you need. This month, as I mentioned, the frankincense is free with a 200 PV order. And I haven't really mentioned PV. What this covers is the Home Essentials kit. You've got an extra frankincense for free. So you'd end up with 2 15ml frankincense. With the Family Essentials kit, you would need to add on a few extra items. So the Family Essentials kit is 116 PV. So by adding on, say, the Terrazyme or adding on the Copaiba oil and Lifelong Vitality, for example, you would then get yourself over the 200 PV and you'd qualify for the free frankincense. I hope that makes sense. But it's well worth getting the free frankincense. I never buy frankincense. Maybe it's my Scottish roots. I'm a bit tight. I don't want to buy it. I get it for free every year in December. And then, yeah, anyway, I won't spoil that. I get it for free every year in December. Sometimes I do 2 orders in December so I can get an extra free one, because it's so worthwhile and so valuable to me. So I use it every day. So these are some of the other things that are also available. So they have some seasonal items as well. So if you're interested in adding some of those on, then they're also available to you. Now, what happens now is I like you to text the person who invited you to the trial to say that you've completed your post-trial questionnaire and you've either attended or you've watched this review session. They will email you the order form so that you can choose your best starting point. And they will be in communication with you so that they can set up a call, so that they can answer any extra questions you have. You may already think, I know exactly where I want to start. This is what I want to get. Can you please sort it with me? Or you say, actually, I'm not really sure. Can you please help me to figure out what the best place is? And they'll be able to support you with that. So there are a couple of extra gifts. So if you are ordering by Thursday, so this Thursday, then you will get a free keychain. Again, I've left it in my handbag. Sorry, I'm forgetting to bring it up with me. This is my little first aid kit. So it's about this size. If you have yours handy, actually, Jenny, that would be amazing. So just to give you an idea of size, so it's a really small one. That means it lives, there we go, thank you. It lives in my handbag or in my pocket if I don't have a handbag with me. It just comes with me everywhere. So it's a really nice way to just have your oils at your beck and call whenever you need to. And so that is a free gift for you if you're ordering by Thursday. Now, the extra free things is from the giveaway. So thank you for everyone who commented. We have a few things to give away. We have the diffuser bracelet, the chocolate mold and the recipe card, and an empty roller ball. Oops, sorry, I'm too fast. So the winners are, a little drum roll. And since Wendy is the only one on, then we know that Wendy's the only one who qualifies. So I'm actually going to send all 3 to you, Wendy. So well done. Wow. Triple prizes for you.
Wow, thank
because
you.
I can't send them to anyone else. So you're going to win all 3. So this is a really lovely way. I know I mentioned on the trial, the bracelet is a really nice way to have that emotional support whenever you need it, because you can't always reach your oil, but you can always sniff your wrist with your diffuser bracelet. So it's a really nice way to have it on you. I'm a little bit of a recovering chocoholic. I say recovering lightly at the moment. Maybe I'm just a chocoholic, full stop, but I love my raw chocolate recipes. So it's a lovely way to get off that refined sugar and get some of those lovely oils to flavor it. And then a rollerball is one of the easiest way to integrate this into your daily life, is to have it in a rollerball. You literally just roll it on wherever you need to. So when we do these workshops or these trials, we often come across 3 types of people. And the first type of person is someone who just wants to improve their lifestyle, wants to have some clean living strategies and habits. And we absolutely love being able to support people to do that. So that's, hopefully most of you are in that category where you want to, improve your lifestyle and have that wellness lifestyle. The second category of people is that you've already thought of a few people who could benefit from these oils. Maybe you've even talked to a few people about them. And actually doTERRA rewards you for sharing the oils. And you can get your oils and products paid for. So if you're ordering something every month and you're sharing it with various people, you can get some of that paid for, or that gets some free oils. So it's a really, really lovely way to be able to share something that's benefiting you with other people. The third type of person is someone who has just thought, I could do this. This is exactly my thing. I'm passionate about health. I really want to help other people. And you can create an income and either a little income or a big income by sharing doTERRA and having a real positive impact on lots and lots of people. Now, whichever type of person you see yourself as, please let us know, and we would really, really love to be able to talk to you about that. Now, if you are hosting a class, August, September, ignore the months. If you are hosting a class, if you would like to host a class, which means you have, 5 to 10 guests, they all get to have a sample before they come to the class, and then you get some free oils, then please talk to your wellness advocate or your trial leader, and then we'll be able to agree which free oils you can get from that. It's a really fun way to just share something positive and uplifting with some of your friends and loved ones. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. I just wanted to share very briefly a few things about what that looks like. So maybe this has sparked your interest in terms of either sharing or building a business with doTERRA. Sorry, let me just some oil for my throat. So I'm just going to very briefly share some of that with you, because it's an absolute pleasure and a joy to be able to do this as our full-time income. I love being able to partner with people like Jenny to be able to do this. This is what we kind of have as our current system. This is kind of the standard system. Most people go to school, maybe go to university or not, and then they'll start working, and they'll work really hard at the beginning. Maybe it'll plateau off as they get kind of into a steady place, and then they'll work really hard to get a promotion, and you can see kind of how that flow goes. And then they'll work themselves really hard until they get to retirement, and then they have a party and have an amazing time. And with all that freedom, that time freedom they've been looking forward to their whole working lives, they do have, their health is not what it used to be. Maybe, not always. And their finances are not what they maybe used to be when they were working. But they're now free. They have time freedom. And it's a really exciting time. Now, the proposed opportunity, or the doTERRA opportunity, is quite different. What this represents is that we work hard, we create a residual income. In this system, we're swapping our time for money. In this system, we're not swapping our time for money. We're creating passive income, so that residual income, so that it continues to come in even when we're not actively doing it at that moment in time. And that's the really exciting part for me, is that, this is earning even when I'm not teaching a class, or even when I'm not talking to someone about the oils, we're still earning. And that's really lovely. And we've been able to do that for a while now. And so you can see this intense work. And yeah, we work really hard because we choose to work hard so that it can create the income that we want to have. But then we have time freedom. So we're not swapping time for money. And we have that capacity to improve our health and improve our finances at the same time. And you can see this is just increasing all the way into retirement, whenever that retirement might happen, whenever we choose for it to happen. Now, why do we choose doTERRA? The main reason, and you hopefully have heard this within the trial, is the impact it's had on me personally. And that's the main reason why we do this. If that hadn't had the impact on us as a family, we wouldn't be doing this. And that is really important. This is not just, I didn't just choose to start with a multi-level marketing company and then find the product was quite good. I fell in love with the product and it was incredible for us as a family. And so we decided, actually, I need to share this with other people and I need to support other people with their health as well. Now, the extra bonus is that it's actually got an amazing compensation plan. So it means that we are very well rewarded for the work that we do and the support that we give all these people. We also are partnering with one of the most high integrity founders that I have come across. They are an amazing group of people who just compromise on nothing in terms of quality and integrity. And so it's a really lovely company to be able to partner with. Now, one of the questions that you may have is, how do we actually make money? How much time is involved and could this work for you? Well, we make money, or we earn our income by giving people experiences or sampling the way you've just had this week, teaching people, which I love. I was a teacher before we had children, and then enrolling them, which means this is teaching you to fish for a lifetime. We set you up so that you can then be in control, and then supporting people to be able to have the impact that they wanted to have, continuing to educate, continuing to be present. And then we find other people who would like to do the same thing. So it's a really simple business model by sharing oils, educating, and then finding other people to partner with. And then this was one of my questions. The reason why we share this is that, to me, I always thought, well, that's really nice. And hopefully that's, covering a little extra money. And in my mind, that's what this does. It was like a little bit of extra money for someone, nice. It's a nice bonus. But actually, what I realize is that's not the case at all. If it can be a little bit of extra money. It can also be a full income. And so it's really down to the person to choose what they would like to get out of it. Now, this gives you kind of an average timescales to reach the ranks and how many hours are spent on it. But I want to draw your attention to this part between Diamond and Blue Diamond, where it really highlights that residual income point, where your working hours decrease and your income significantly increases. And this is because the people you're partnering with are now independent builders with their own activities going on. And so you don't have to be intricately involved with them anymore. You're now ready to start influencing other good things in the world, and being involved with other projects. And that's where, we're able to have real positive impact on so many people. So how much time is involved? Well, that really depends what you would like to achieve. So if you'd just like to get your oils paid for, or just share with the people around you, then either it's super casual and you just refer people and host a class, and then there's no kind of time commitment on that. But if you want to create it as something that's regular, then 3 to 5 hours will give you that opportunity to share more formally. If you want to supplement your income, then 10 hours is probably the minimum to be able to create any sort of momentum. If you're looking to replace your income, then you want to be having 10, 15, 20 hours, certainly to get things moving, so that can then replace your income. And I would always recommend you build a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. You don't just kind of stop your activity and then start earning with doTERRA. You build that bridge until doTERRA takes over in terms of income. This is one of my favorite quotes from the CEO of doTERRA. If you want to change the world, you have to empower people. And that's the only way to make any permanent change. And that's really what this is about, whether it's in terms of using the oils or in terms of the business side, is we want to empower people to be independent in using these things that are going to benefit them the most. And that's what the business side is about. So hopefully that's given you a little snippet of the business side. But most importantly, I really, really hope that the benefits you've had this week can continue, because it would be so sad for it to just be a blip where you slept well for a week and now it's gone, or you felt less pain for a week and now it's gone. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. So I'm going to stop the recording and we can have a little chat.